All right, White Fat Rock up to level 3. Ooh, okay, the punter, Jermaine Kenny. He is ready to visit. That is very, very good news. We can easily move him over to kicker if need be. Arizona's going to kick the crap out of us, so let's keep focusing on recruiting. Fond memories of Tuig Lane. Again, hopefully by the end of this, we remember San Antonio just as fondly as Tuig Lane, as Boston College. That is indeed the goal. So really quickly, let's get an update here on where we stand. I think we're probably out. Yeah, I mean, we're out on Nick Griffith. Look at that. Texas, Oklahoma, they're in for him. We're out. There's nothing we can do there. So that leaves the likes of Will Smith smacking people around, or Ronald Griffin. We might have to start. We might have to start scouting other quarterbacks as well. This is looking rough. Let's max out the scouting efficiency. Desperately need that. Desperately. Sorry, I did not, but it wouldn't surprise me. Felipe, what's up? Last night was my first stream back, actually. We were on NHL, trying to get things, pretty much caught up. And again, I'm going to be going back and forth between this and NHL. I just can't do anything NHL-wise until we're beyond the deadline. So, you know what? Really quickly, let's go through the rest of this, but I think I'm going to have to try to look at more quarterbacks. I think I'm going to have to. Fullback-wise, Louis Tyson, we're out. We are out on him. I don't even recall adding him to my board. We got a decent lead, though, for Robert Moses, and we are getting crushed for Todd Walker. So, yeah, Robert Moses is still our guy at fullback, no doubt. No doubt. We don't even have... We need at least one fullback on roster, and then, again, I can change up our offensive schemes. Hawmiller, I'm still going to fight for because it's North Texas. We're up there for Whitaker. We're up there for Schneider. Really up there for Danny Rice. We'd have to really screw up. McDowell we'll try to fight for. All of these guards were looking pretty good. Not that any of them are good, but we're looking pretty good. We're screwed on Tom Campbell. He's, I don't know why, but New Mexico is his place. So that's cool. That's cool. God, those centers are bad. Defensive end. I don't know why it added defensive ends either, because we don't need defensive ends. So that's cool. I guess it's auto-filling things back out. Shit. Defensive tackle. We're out on Dodd before we even start. We're out on Eric Summers before we even start. Alex Keith, we might have a fighting chance. We're out on Michael Barnes. Holy hell, we are screwed when it comes to defensive tackle, is what I've learned. And we are probably screwed when it comes to outside linebackers as well. Probably. I don't know if I had the autofill of the board or if I just forgot that it did that, but athlete-wise, we are actually somehow within range. Okay. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty rough. So far it's looking pretty rough. Clayton, what's going on, man? I forget if there's an autofill. I forget if there's an autofill of the draft board. Or the recruitment board, I should say. If there is, I need to turn that off. I just don't remember where to go. It's been about a year since we played this. Let's see who else is out there for quarterbacks. Because those two quarterbacks we have so far, they're not looking good. They're not looking good. God, what are we going to do? All right, so we already had Collier. I don't think we've looked at Ryan Baker yet. Strong on the bench press. Again, we know none of these quarterbacks are mobile. Let's look at Ryan Baker, Daniel Jenkins, Shelton Woods. Andre Jones, I doubt it. Let's just add all of these quarterbacks based off of bench press. Of course, we've had Griffith there already. Let's just add all of these dudes for the moment. Shout out to Maurice Breedlove. That is a horrifying name. Absolutely horrifying. All right. Initial interest. I doubt we get interest from Ryan Baker. Let's just get him the hell out of there. We might have a shot for Jenkins, but I don't know if he's any good. All right. We're not going to be able to go for Steve Dixon. UTEP's way too far ahead. All right. It looks like we might be able to put up a fight for some of these other quarterbacks. It just sucks that I'm having to look at this many quarterbacks to try to make this worth it, but this is just where we're at right now. We are going to be desperate. Obi Armstrong up to a 68. Keith Ward up to a 69. All right. All right, we might have a couple of options here. Definitely not Maurice Breedlove. He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible. Let's go sort by overall. All right, so any dude under a 60 we can take out. So yeah, Daniel Jenkins, we're not even going to bother fighting for here. Maurice Breedlove is terrible. Josh Wilson, Andre Jones. For the hell of it, were there any other quarterbacks that I haven't looked at yet that we might have a chance to get? I don't think that's the case. But, I mean, Ryan Baker, is it even worth taking a look at you? It might be. I guess we're already out on Brett Ross. Steve Dixon, any other quarterbacks that I haven't looked at yet? Even if I don't feel very good about our chances to get them, we might as well keep looking. I need to try and find the best quarterback possible out of the gates. It is the easiest way to build up a program, is to get yourself a damn good quarterback. All right. What do we got? Probably going to have to go down to the bottom here because, yeah, it's not sorted by overall anymore. All right, what do we got? Well, David Hines, you're terrible. 59 overall. Go ahead and get rid of you. Spencer Fowler to 63. Toby Lewis, 66. Ryan Baker's a 64. Anthony Taylor, a 56. We'll take him out. Steve Dixon is a 70. Okay. Oh, boy. I mean, again, Ryan Baker was the one that was interested in Texas. Steve Dixon's the one that's interested in UTEP. But if I can't compete with UTEP, you know? If I can't compete with UTEP. Got my dream job today as a groundskeeper, local minor league baseball. Hey, congrats. Actually sounds like how long do you have to be there until you have seniority to be like, I decide the center field pattern? That's what I want to know. All right, we are looking at all the 3-star quarterbacks. We got plenty of them there. I don't think I have to look at too many of the 2-stars. There are a couple of guys, you know what? Due diligence. Due diligence, damn it. I think 10 years, Jesus. Well, you got a long way to go, but it's better to start now, right? Yeah, congrats. That's sick. Congratulations. All right, really quickly. These 2 new guys. +5 for Lance Johnson. +1 for King. Let's go ahead, sort by OVR. So anybody... I don't want to say anybody under a 65, but let's set 63. Honestly, though, 65 might be... I think we're going to go 65 as the marker. Spencer Fowler, Ronald Griffin, Ryan Baker. We should be able to get a 65 overall quarterback or higher. Is my hope. Please. God, please. Like it's Texas. God, football. That's all we need. Damn it. Oh God, do I even want to look at the 1-stars? Do we also look at the 1-stars? Am I that desperate? I think I am. I think I'm that desperate. All right. There we go. Let's round this out. Let's round this out. The final few quarterbacks to look at. You got Mike Carey. He's up to a 60. Drew Walker, 67. He's a +9. Hot dog. Marcus Harris up to a 60. Okay. All right. Well, then quarterback-wise, we're not totally boned, which is nice. I don't know if we can get into the mix for Steve Dixon, though. Hopefully we can. Hopefully. All right. What is our best approach here? What is our best approach? I didn't think we'd have big decisions to make this early, but we kind of do. I'm gonna say, let's make sure everybody else that we've been looking at is in fact scouted 100%. Fortunately for Walton, he was a bit of a bust. Oh, God, those two centers. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't know how we're going to pull off a half-decent class here. I don't know how we're going to do it. Drop out. What's up, man? All right. Well, Jermaine Kenny, we know is ready for a visit. Not going to worry about the bonus. Well, honestly, to have him visit when we take on Rice in week 7. Rice might be a beatable team. Famous last words. Quentin Jackson fully scouted. Okay. Now, and again, the recruitment, especially the early seasons, always takes the longest. Have that sorted by overall. Larry Jones, I can't imagine we're going to be able to stay all that competitive for him for too much longer, especially now with Alabama in the lead. Let's take him out of there. We are looking good though for Jermaine Kenny. Steve Dixon, we need to get our name in the conversation. Same for Keith Ward. Ha Miller we'll keep fighting for. Jackson, let's keep fighting for. With a lot of these guys, it's just a matter of making it clear that we're interested and seeing if they have any interest back. But we have 6 spots left. Again, we can bring in that fullback. That's not a big deal. Tackle-wise, it's okay. I need to add a few centers. Desperately need to add a few centers. Because that position right now is not looking good. Again, Campbell we're apparently second for, but yeah, he was looking like a long shot. Let's see this Ray Smith, but again, like Kansas, I don't think we'd be able to get him. 3-star Bo Dunbar in Alabama wants him. We have anybody that we... Okay, so Carlton Adams. We'll look at Tony Martin, the JUCO. Campbell, we pretty much know isn't going to come here. We already have Wilson on the list and Dean, who is a bust. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. Let's go ahead and get our asses handed to us by Arizona. We only lost by 6. That's not that bad. That's not bad. 6-point loss for a team of this caliber, not bad at all. Not too shabby. What are we going to have from here? All right, we got a kicker and that fullback. So Tom Thomas, Robert Moses, both interested in the visit already. It's UTEP next. The battle of 2 of Texas's worst. All right, yeah, it does bring you back up to 35 targets every time. Okay, well, that's not the news that we wanted. Steve Dixon, no interest. We are just not going to be able to work our way into that conversation. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, I mean, we could offer a scholarship, but I don't think that's going to happen. Keith Ward, 1,000 points back. I don't know. What about Paul Young? We're way back on him, too. We'll take Paul Young out of there. Obi Armstrong, we're way back. Shit. Yeah, I don't think it's worth wasting points for these guys. I don't think it is. Drew Walker, only 500 back. Will Morris, pretty far back on Toby Lewis. There's Harris and Mike Carey. So yeah, I mean, Will Smith, Drew Walker, Will Morris, Marcus Harris. It's got to be Smith or Morris. These are our top 2 targets right now because they're both 3 stars. But Drew Walker was the +9. Harris also had pretty good development. I mean, again, we need 2. We need 2 of these guys. We're in the conversation. Fullback-wise, Robert Moses. We are still in the lead. Go ahead and schedule a visit for him. Fuck it, we'll get crushed by Houston, but hopefully he still has a good visit. Hawmiller. We're closing in. Major, what's going on, buddy? We're closing in on Hawmiller. I mean, we're still in striking distance. And there's Whitaker and Schneider. We're both still looking okay. For the guards, huge lead for Danny Rice. We're out on McDowell. He's going to North Texas, so that sucks a lot. We're in the lead for Howell, for Walton. Okay. And then centers. Tony Martin, Carlton Adams. All right, well, shit, beggars can't really be choosers for this, can they? We got to fight like hell for Carlton Adams. We have to. Defensive tackle, Alex Keith. It's not looking good. Outside linebacker, of course, I randomly added Marcus Upshaw. Tony Estes. Deke Slayer. The man. The handsome devil himself. 43 months. Deke, I had so much enjoyment watching you drive a truck on your stream today. Who knew it would be that entertaining? But it was delightful. All right, let's get Tom Thomas in here for his visits. And then Jermaine Kenny, I'm pretty close to offering a scholarship. We're out on Larry Jones. We're in the lead, though, for old Rampage Jackson here. Not bad. Okay. All right, so in terms of importance and who we have scouted out so far, again, with just how important the quarterbacks are for us right now, we're going to max out options on all of them. I'm not quite going to offer the scholarship yet. I just need to see if we can kind of make up ground. The fullback, Moses, we're in the lead. I'm going to offer him a scholarship just to try to seal that, get a fullback in on the team. We're in the lead for these two, but we really do want Hawmiller. I'm going to offer him a scholarship too. Danny Rice, we might be able to seal the deal with a scholarship. So that's definitely a target. And then for centers, we need to put the press on for Martin and Adams. We only got 300 points left. Let's put some points in for Keith. Pretty much feels like we have to focus on offense for the first little bit and then switch over to defense here. It is UTEP. Can we beat them? No, we lost by 4. Jesus. Well, if that doesn't show where we are right now, we just lost to UTEP. Old El Paso gets the better of San Antonio. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. And then Houston's next, and they're going to crush us too. But, again, we did leave conferences and everything. Hey, White Fat Rock up to level 4. Coordinators got better. Out of nowhere, if I'm not mistaken, that was the fullback, right? Unless that's a different one we were looking at, but he goes to Tulane. If that was the only fullback I was looking at and he just went to Tulane out of nowhere, I'm going to be very upset. All right. Let's keep focusing on recruiting. The weaker recruit visits, you get a 250 bonus. Increase your recruiting points by 500 through the early weeks. Let's go ahead and go for the end of season recruiting point bonus. That's going to be very important for us. For our coordinator, let's go with block shedding. And for our offensive coordinator, let's go with the extra carrying boost. Yeah, I mean, we're already, in week 5, so that other one wouldn't have benefited us too much. All right, let's get the update here. What do we got? Quarterback-wise, we're in the lead for Will Smith. We're in the lead for Will Morris. We're in the lead for Drew Walker, Marcus Harris, and 1-star Mike Carey. Let's be honest, it's not worth fighting for Mike Carey. We'll get him out of there. But hopefully we can land one of these 4 quarterbacks. The top 2 are the top targets because they are 3 stars. So we are going to offer scholarships to Will Smith and to Will Morris. We can back off on our pursuit of Drew Walker and Marcus Harris for the moment because we are in the lead. We could use those points elsewhere. Fullback-wise, indeed, yeah, Lewis. Again, I hate that it's autofilling. I could have sworn there's a setting to turn it off. But we are in the lead for Robert Moses still. So keep an eye out on that. 500 back for Haw Miller. Let's keep fighting. We're in the lead for Whitaker. We're still in the lead for Schneider. In terms of the guards, we're in the lead for Danny Rice. We're looking good except for McDowell, who we know that we're out for. We're looking good for Walton. I got to go find that fucking option for the autofill because it's killing me. Carlton Adams, we're in the conversation. And we're in the conversation. Let's offer a scholarship to Tony Martin. I'd really prefer to not have to get one of these 245 players. Defensive end, go ahead and get these guys out of here again. Defensive tackle, again, it re-added in Bo Martin. Alex Keith is still maybe our best option at DT, and we're behind North Texas for him. Let's offer him a scholarship. Let's just go in best we can. Linebacker-wise, I mean, we know that Alex Quinn's kind of our best bet. It added in Brent Fritz, but I'm going to remove him for the moment. Yeah, Quinn, we know he's scouted. Let's keep fighting for him. Get rid of that corner. Kicker, a great lead for Brett Frank and for Tom Thomas. We're going to offer both the scholarship. And punter-wise, we're going to offer Kenny a scholarship as well. Hopefully all 3 don't accept. We're definitely out on Larry Jones. And let's keep fighting for Quentin Jackson. We do have a lot of points dished out so far. Let's try to seal the deal for Kenny and for Frank. The point point delegation is a bit weird. Is it within recruiting strategy? There it is. Yeah, recruitment board assistance, scholarship assistance. I knew I forgot to turn something off. I could have set up visits this week, but I did not. There we go. That's better. That's better. Let's turn that nonsense off. I knew there was a setting, but again, when you're a year out from playing a game, you're gonna forget some of the minor things. Let's get crushed by Houston. Beautiful. Again, if I'm not mistaken, I had the visits for those players this week and didn't set it up, but to be honest, it's fine. Should be fine. At least, please, God, let it be fine. Let it be fine. Let it be fine. We are Marshall. Do we have our first recruits, though? Come on. Come on. All right. Well, we had a couple of visits. A lot more recruits are ready to visit. But nothing confirmed yet. We won our first game of the year. Now we're down to 1-4. All right, what do we got? Quarterbacks. Still in the lead for Will Smith. Gigantic lead for Will Morris. So we don't have to fight for him as much. We're still going to fight for Will Smith. To be honest, we should fight for Walker and Harris still to try to seal the deal. So let's do that if we can. Fullback-wise, gigantic lead for Moses. Still fighting for Ha Miller, but North Texas has the lead on us. Let's see, gigantic lead for Danny Rice still. We're in the lead for all of those guards. We'll take points off of Tony Martin for the moment. Go back over to quarterback, max out Marcus Harris. Defensive tackle, we're still fighting for Alex Keith. Still fighting for Alex Quinn. Don't have to fight for Brett Frank as much. Or Thomas. Or Jermaine Kenny, for that matter. Still very much fighting for Quentin Jackson. Okay. Well, from there, our remaining points. I don't think we had... Yeah, we had ready for visits. Visits scheduled. All right, let's get these other visits set up. So Quentin, hopefully you can watch us kick the crap out of Rice. Mr. Frank, hopefully you can watch us. UAB is ranked? Jesus. Visit us. Visit us when we play Louisiana Tech. Danny Rice. Visit us when we play Rice. Apparently it was UAB. Tony Martin. Complimentary visits. Grant Walton. There's another slight bonus. And then Logan Wright. LA Tech. Yeah, we haven't really paid attention to what's going on around the nation. I mean, it's only week 6, so I'm not too eager to look at what's going on away from our program. I keep wanting to say program. Let's do, again, the bonus points towards the latter half of the season because we got a lot we have to do. Let's get absolutely crushed by Marshall. I had a feeling I was leaving points on the table. Let's wait. Let's wait before we get crushed by Marshall. And just for the top guys, yeah, the top 2. Let's just try to seal the deal there. All right, Marshall, go ahead and kick the crap out of us. We beat Marshall 41-14. Did we have anybody visiting that week? I think that was a road game because we got Rice coming. We won! It's fine. I wasn't expecting to have to be able to celebrate victories. It's like I'm being forced to celebrate victories right now, but... Whew. All right. White Fat Rock up to level 6. Hey, there we go. We got our first recruit. It's the punter, Jermaine Kenny. Let's go. Our first ever recruit. And it's a punter. Because, of course, it is. Get that point boost there. White Fat Rock, whoops, is crushing it in terms of these upgrades. Go ahead and max out that skill. All right, so we only needed a single kicker, so we can go ahead and back off on other options, right? Yeah, we needed a kicker. Didn't need a punter, so we can move him over to kicker or our already established punter. So yeah, we can back off on the kicker. But yeah, 76 rated Jermaine Kenny. Copperas Cove, Texas. So yeah, sorry to Brett Frank and Tom Thomas, but I mean, I could leave them there. Why not? I guess. But I'm not putting any points towards them. We did already offer them scholarships, too. I can revoke the scholarship offer, though, can I not? I'm pretty sure I can, by backing out. I'm going to remove them. We don't need them. Sorry, boys. You had your chance, but we got the superior player. Quarterback-wise, we do have the lead for Will Smith. Huge lead for Will Morris. We're looking good quarterback-wise. And again, we need two of them. We'd prefer Will Smith and Will Morris. But it might have to be first come, first serve at this point. Because we still have other positions that we need to sort out desperately. But yeah, Will Smith is definitely the one that we want. Let's go ahead and offer Marcus Harris a scholarship, but yeah, point-wise, we'll only focus there on Will Smith since we have competition. Fullback-wise, Robert, I mean, what are we waiting for here, buddy? What are we waiting for? My goodness. Like I said, I'm not really going to prioritize fullback. We'll just bring in the 1-star for this little bit. It's fine. Ha Miller we're still fighting for. We can still fight for these other two. How many tackles did we need? We only need 1 tackle. But it's worth bringing in as many guards as we can, or as many O-linemen as we possibly can. It's just whether or not there are better options. We're still looking damn good at center. Or guard, excuse me, at center. It's a little bit hit or miss. We have the lead for Alex Keith. We were a little bit behind on Quinn. And then Quentin Jackson, we have a huge lead now, even over Boise State, which is shocking. Okay. All right. So, quarterback, we pretty much have it all scouted out. Fullback-wise, there's just not much we're going to be able to do. There really isn't. At best, we could look at Matt Gatewood. Just to see if he's a slightly better option than who we already have. And we can't even add him at this point. And then there's Louis Concepcion. We could take a look at this guy just to see if he's any better than who we're already targeting. We did not need wideouts. O-line wise. What do we want to do? Again, defensively, we still need a defensive tackle and an outside linebacker. I think from now on we gotta focus on the defense here. I'm not expecting us, this to be our grandest bit of scouting. But yeah, we have to be able to find a better... We got to be able to find a better defensive tackle, right? Thoughts on the Bruins come playoff time? I mean, I'll tell you come playoff time. How can I have an opinion on them right now when it's not the playoffs? Michael Barnes was apparently interested. We already scouted he and Keenan, and it wasn't looking that good. Enjoy Orloff. I have been. He's been amazing. How many linebackers did we need? We're in a tough spot scouting-wise. Need 2 outside linebackers, so I definitely need to find somebody else here. And I'd prefer to find someone who's a little bit more speedy. I mean, Cox, he's 92% locked in for what he's got going on. It's not looking good. So Fritz is interested. I mean, we can at least look at these guys, even though we know they're not very good. I mean, we might as well see if we can kind of make it into the conversation a little bit late here. I doubt it. But yeah, we are... Hey, Steve and Larson. We are... Yeah, we're in a bit of a rough spot here, aren't we? Really, really are. I mean, it was nice to get our first recruit, but right now it's not looking too good. And quarterback-wise, we'll keep pressing for Will Smith. Fullback-wise, can we get into the conversation for Louis? Is he even worth getting into the conversation for? Not really, actually. So yeah, we'll stick with Robert Moses and hope that he commits. Again, on the O-line. Still have the lead, so we'll back off our pursuit for these guys. Even if it's not that big of a lead. Defensive tackle will still push for Keith. Did I already offer him a scholarship? I did. And we have 1,000 outside linebackers at this point. Oh, goodness. What are we going to do? So ready for visit, Jerome Howell. Get you scheduled against Louisiana Tech. Will Smith, ready for a visit. He'll be here when we take on Rice. Schedule Marcus Harris against Louisiana Tech, and then Carlton Adams. So this game against Rice is a pretty big one. In terms of the amount of people that will be in attendance. All right, scouting-wise, let's start looking at these linebackers that we have recently added. Jeez, that guy's a 44. Fucking yikes. We did need a few linebackers. And there are some who are very, very not good. So we will set it at a 65 and up. All right. So the question is, can we kind of get our foot in the door? There's no way we're getting our foot in the door with William Jones. Holy shit. Can we get our foot in the door for some of these linebackers? As we desperately try to close some ground on some of these other spots. So again, Rice, a lot of people visiting this week to see us win 35-17. Let's go, inherited team. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Getting a couple of wins that I genuinely did not think we were going to get at all. Thank God. We might get a bowl game. I mean, we're 3-4. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. White Fat Rock, he's now at level 7. Let's go. Danny Rice, Tony Martin. We got a couple of linemen committing to the team. Very, very good. All right, we're making some progress here. We are. Let's go ahead and we'll start thinking about next season with the opener for those extra recruitment points. All right, let's get an updated look here. Quarterback, we have a gigantic lead for Will Smith. Amazing. Not as big of a lead for Drew Walker. Huge lead for 3-star Will Morris. Again, we're trying like hell to get Morris and Smith, the 2 3-stars. It's just, is it worth backing out on Walker and Harris? I think it is. But that's a huge lead for both. I think we're going to go for those 2 3-stars. Smith and Morris, they're the guys. That'd be a great start for us at quarterback. UTEP has joined the conversation for Robert Moses, but we should be able to seal the deal. At tackle, fuck, we're going to miss out on Donald Homiller. He's going to North Texas. It's just too big of a lead. It's not worth investing points anymore. We can't close that gap. They've already offered him a scholarship. I mean, he visited them week 7, and they gained 900 points. Wheels, thank you for the 20 months. But yeah, that visit for him at North Texas just sealed the deal. Let's just wave the white flag there. So there are these 2 tackles. I don't know if we'll find anybody better. We technically only need one of them and 1 guard. So Anthony Snyder, who was a 3-star, we'll push for him. And then a guard, we did lock down Danny Rice. Grant Walton's willing to come here, but he is only a 1-star. 3-star Jerome Howell we could keep fighting for. We're falling behind on Logan Wright, but we could offer him a scholarship. I think we could take Walton out of there. And then at center, we know we can take out Kyle Wilson and Jonathan Dean at this point. It's just whether or not we want to go back and look to see if there are better people still out there that we might be able to steal away at the last minute. Let's see. So Ronald James, not likely to close that gap. Travis Alford, we're definitely out. Dante Britt, we're definitely out. Ryan Hardy, we're definitely out. Lawrence Campbell, we might have a shot for. We might have a shot for Lawrence Campbell. And then Quentin Jackson, gigantic lead for the 6'4" athlete who could very well be a quarterback, but is probably better suited defensively. Only has 46 strength, 57 tackle, actually. Yeah, he might be. He's terrible. Like those attributes. It's 61 carrying and 73 throw accuracy. That's cut off by the webcam, but huh. All right. Let's schedule some visits here. All right. Let's try to seal the deal for the guys we have, first and foremost. Let's try to seal the deal with the quarterback, the fullback. Let's keep fighting for this 3-star and Howell. Let's be honest, we're probably out on Wright anyway. We'll keep fighting for Carlton Adams. Keep fighting for Alex Keith. And try to seal the deal there for Jackson. I actually still have a lot of points. All right. We'll just work on who we already have. But I'm not 100% confident in how I'm moving forward right now, admittedly. I don't know. I just always feel like on the recruitment board, if we just take our time, there's always people to find. But right now, it's just more a matter of like, all right, let's get these initial signings in there. All right, our coordinators got a little bit better. Yes. Will Smith. We got our quarterback. Quentin Jackson, the fullback. Robert Moses as well. We do miss out on Logan Wright to North Texas, but we have ourselves a quarterback. And it's Will Smith. At least, for the moment, known as Will Smith. We'll see for how long. We'll see for how long with the renaming process, but there we go. We'll improve our coordinators as well. Joe, how are you? Hope you're doing well. We take on the 5-1, 25th in the nation UAB, which means we're going to get pooped on. But for now, quarterback, we still have a gigantic lead for Will Morris as well, but Will Smith, 3 stars, is here. He's not great, but he's good for us. That is the difference. That is the difference. And again, we also get the fullback, Robert Moses. So it does say that we need another fullback, even though we don't. We also, because we had a red shirt, don't necessarily need the other quarterback, but I still want him. We also don't need a kicker. So we do still need that O-line help. And then defensively, outside linebacker and defensive tackle. I mean, Alex Keith, we're pretty much going to get him. And an outside linebacker, we're in a fight for 2 of them. Okay. So if we go back to the prospect board, and again, we are only allowed to scout Texans. We know we don't need quarterbacks. I mean, we could technically start to look at running backs just to be like, well, shit, is there somebody there that we need? Or even throw our name into the hat for like wide receivers that might be left over. Honestly, maybe we are at the point now where it's like, hey, look, Charlie Brown, by the way. We probably are at the point where it's like, can we work our way into the conversation realistically for any players who are still here on the board? Shout out to Derp. What's going on? Derp Greasy. Hell of a name. So for example, like Tim Bird, do we just throw our name into the hat and see if we can get this guy, you know? As a 4-star recruit. I mean, he might be a bust, but... Well, yeah, that's what I'm looking at is the low lock percentages as I scroll through. But, I mean, we are sorted by caliber, so... Like, Devin Williams, probably a bit too far gone. The competition there we can't compete with. Probably really can't even compete for Tim Bird, but just for the hell of it. Yeah, like Lamont McKenzie, LSU, Alabama, that's not going to happen. LSU, Tulane and Hawaii. Well, James Rogers, maybe, as the last 4-star. There's Paul Young, who we already scouted, so we know we don't have a chance for him, or McDowell. We haven't looked at Tim Watson at all, and we're still in his top 3, even though we haven't talked to him. Stephen McCarty, excuse me, we already looked at. Mike Gray, we should have a chance for. That's if we solely want to look at 3 stars as well. I could look for statistical beasts, but Boise, Utah, LSU, I can't imagine we can compete with that. Houston, Texas. Man, this guy's just determined to stay here. Bo Dunbar, again, I can't imagine we're able to compete with Alabama. Baylor, Oklahoma, I don't like our chances. Like our chances there either. There's Jabari Stewart. Colorado's his top school. We might have a chance there. David Vaughn. Pat Johnson. We could talk. We could talk to Pat Johnson. Larry Jones. Might have a chance. Texas is his top school. I don't like our odds there. Or for Derek Jones. Michigan, Ohio State, not even worth trying to compete with them. Freddie Jones at running back. Not bad. J.J. Sims had some interest. It might be kind of late. Try and get in that conversation, but we can look. Sidney Dodson. Sweetwater, Texas. Let's see. No chance for him. We don't need Taylor. Brent Hefner. Texas Tech. There can't be too many 3-stars left, I would imagine. Justin Pace. We might have a shot. I doubt it. Mike Marshall. Brandon Ray. So yeah, this is where we might, maybe, possibly, potentially, be able to work our way into the conversation. Marcus Burke, though. I'm going to take Price off our list and add Burke instead. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Can we find our way into the conversation for any of these players late on? Bird's a -2. Johnson's a -3. Freddie Jones stays at a 65. Don't think we're going to find our way into the Freddie Jones conversation. It's not looking too good for either of these running backs either, if we're being honest. Given the lead that they have on the competition, yeah, I think we can just drop out of the running there. Wideouts. Might have a chance for Rodgers. No chance in hell we're getting in there for Tim Watson. Mike Gray, we might have a chance. Larry Jones, not looking good. Hefner, we have a real shot. I don't think we have that much of a shot at Marshall. We definitely don't have a shot at Justice. But these 3 wideouts, if they're decent, that dude's a +4. Shout out to Matthew for the bits. Any chance of eventually getting FHM in Maine again? Yes. It's just, again, we ran into a rough glitch with that at a real bad time. But I would say yes. All right, so Rodgers is only a 62, but he's a 4-star. Let's go for all 3 of those wideouts. Not a hope in hell of getting in there for J.J. Sims. Tackle-wise, we're looking good for Tyler Whitaker. Could pretty much offer him a scholarship and know that we got him. We're going to keep fighting for Snyder, though, with him being 3-star. Howell, we're looking good. Evans, we're looking good. No way we're getting in on Marcus Burke. Centers, Adams, we're still neck and neck. Defensive end, no way we're getting Leon Wilson. No way we're getting David Vaughn. No way we're getting Brandon Ray. Let's go back to defensive tackle. We might have a shot at Sidney Dodson. We might. Down by 4. Still 3-star. Let's throw our name into the hat there. Still fighting like hell for these linebackers. A couple of safeties. We might... Oh, no. He already has us ranked, actually. Never mind. Oh, sorry. Jabari Stewart, not going to happen. Justin Pace, he's going to Tennessee. Maybe, possibly. Could find a way, possibly. I doubt it. Okay. Let's see. Mike Evans. Schedule you for the Tulane game. Snyder. Schedule you for the Tulane game. And then Will Morris can also be the Tulane game. All right, let's sort by OVR. Get a couple more points. We'll put him on Will Morris. Jerome Howell. And 100 points on Whitaker. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know if any of those dudes we just added to the board, if we're going to be able to kind of make up any ground. UAB is going to kick the crap out of us, is my guess, although our rankings are actually kind of close. I presume we're going to get pooped on. And we just beat a ranked team in Season 1 with San Antonio.